Salutaya.
Figure's Lupin is so strong he makes us all feel weak.
Krakiusa kladas.
But they know where you can find a strong-making machine. A muscle squeezer.
Layotsa klit nubusak.
That sort of thing can make even someone like you stronger.
Uyupe. Yatuba mape.
Says it's a machine that makes your arms bigger.
Uyupe. Yatuba mape.
Once you find the muscle squeezer, you just got to figure out how to use it.
Apeta yutabe.
It's all about moving heavy things, so you should be great at it.
Tata yupe tawata.
Maybe we can't all be like you, but you can be even better.
Mapta betayu.
Says you're the one who can make the best use of it. It's an undersurfer, all alone without anyone in it. Yet. At least being underground keeps you out of the weather. Flex up. Check out that ping dish. Good as a landmark, if nothing else. This won't be a field trip. It's the real thing. You can make something from that. This is a smoother ride than you'd think. Your destiny waits on the path you'll take to avoid it. Hates the fact that they can't sleep with the monstrous fluff hulk roaming about. The beast comes roaming around day and night and they can't get any shut-eye time. Believes the less hulks in this world, the better. Doesn't matter what kind. Says the earth shakes when the hulk stomps by. You sleep through that. Claims that the monstrous fluff hulk has to be around here somewhere. Hulks aren't easy to end, but really, all it takes is putting loads of holes in them. You're the only one with a prayer against that monstrous fluff hulk. Says they just want you to make it stop. Let's see. They used to use gadgets to tell time, but they mostly needed power. There's an amazing sundial around here, if you want to know what time it really is. Says it's a gadget that uses shadows to tell time. Thinks the sundial can't be too far, just got to look. It's probably out in the open, where the sun can get to it. Or at least it was when it was built. You shouldn't try it at night. No sun to dial then. Says you'll be taken care of in good time. Smells like low tide. You're absolutely drained. So much damage. Hold on tight. The surf is wider than any road. That's enough quacks to sustain the Googlide flipper with infinite ammunition. Goop says he was there when the Porky Puff took Out-of-Date's leg, so this World Eater has made it personal. After that, Out-of-Date started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to best make a stand against the World Eaters, and it wasn't by foot. He seems happy to talk. You need to help Goop defeat the Porky Puff before it destroys the southeast route. Don't let that monster kill. Says you'll meet again. He seems happy to talk. Seems... Get things done before the darkness falls again. All good things end. If a story is about you, care for it. It's the porky-puff nibbling bug. It took quite a liking to the crunchy stuff after munching down Out-of-Date's leg. Unleash the quacks. Ain't that cute? A Toby playing with quacks. Disembark. They're never gonna keep you down. Boom ball and tow it beneath the puff. of change. Don't let this opportunity slide. He thanks you for dealing with the first World Eater. It's a start. You should go see Out of Date and find out what you can about the machine he's named the Ark. Even if Out of Date doubts your intentions, he depends on your help, and the Sifu is confident he'll let you know what you need. He trusts you know where to find Out of Date by now. He's always been at the foot of the tree, and that hasn't changed. Goop knows he's repeating himself, but can't help talking to you. Guesses you always have better... Says that you... Goop knows he's repeating himself, but hopes to see you again. There it is, the Tree of Life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. The day is getting on. That's some sharp wood scrap there. Watch for splinters. Someone could probably make good use of that plastic scrap over there. It's harder for others to see you in the dark. Lupin's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. Tread carefully here. This is Lupin's camp. As long as karma exists, the world changes, and we change with it. Ah, that wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He worries about you. If you love yourself, you don't hurt others. But the more you hate yourself, the more you want others to suffer. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots. What do you think his are? He's the one that's called Out of Date, remember? Out of Date says there's a time for everything, and now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone. Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things. He's worried that you're putting the world at risk, but darkness isn't necessarily the end of the world. It's just another perspective. If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark. Two sides to everything, but for him it would be devastating if you were forced to use the Ark to escape while the world crumbled. Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees. He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core. The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate. He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head. It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real. He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground. The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out. The Ark has room for 4 more, even if you think no one else is worth saving if the world comes to an end. He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm. Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy. He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Gizmo in the West. Out of Date says he knows you're good-hearted enough to do your best to support Gizmo. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Gizmo and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out-of-Date's forebodings are justified. The Jumbo Puff needs to be taken care of. Out-of-Date says that Gizmo is worried now that the Western World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Gizmo is working on a scrap walker vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done. Out-of-Date suggests that you should head west as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He wonders what's on your mind. Says you should take